Harness Central's on the road again for 2-year-olds in training. We're north of Rockwood, Ontario today with newest Hall of Famer, Carl Jamieson. Congratulations, first of all.
Thank you very much.
You're at a new training base this year. A year ago when we talked, you were at your old farm in Princeton. Now you've been at Ideal Training Center. You've been in Florida. You get around. And tell us about the move to come here after coming up from Florida last week.
Well, it's simple reason there's no stalls around, too many stalls around anyway, but Ideal was full. And when I left there last fall, we were supposed to come back there, but a lot of guys left Mohawk. They kicked out of Mohawk had to go somewhere, and some guys moved into Ideal, and can't expect them to leave for make stalls for me. So I was just lucky that Murray had stalls there. It's Murray Cox's farm. I just live down the road, just 2 blocks, so it's handier for me. It's a good track. It's a half-mile track, but it's a good track.
Okay, let's talk 2-year-olds. We got 9 of them today. First set, we had some of these trotting horses. Let's start with Southwind Patriot, $80,000 Muscle Hill out of Lexington.
Yeah, he's just a pretty nice colt. I really like him a lot. He's been 18 and 4 left Florida. He looks like he's going to be all right. It's a long time yet, but
very handsome looking colt.
Very good looking colt. Very full of himself right now because he's been off for a week and just kind of started. That was his first time back today, so he was good. He tried good today anyway. So.
On the other end of the scale, you really broke the budget. You spent $4,000 in Lexington for Aaron Hall, a Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe filly.
Yeah, she was a cheap filly, but she trots right, and she had a brother, I think, last year that went in 55 over Kentucky. He had a lot of troubles tying up or something. Mark McDonald was driving him. He told me afterwards. I had bought her first, and then he told me about this colt. So, she's not a real big filly. I hope she's good enough to fit the grassrooters,
And then you've got a $6,000 filly, Serendipitous, a Majestic Sun that you bought at the Standardbird Canada sale, $6,000.
She's a beautiful filly. I think you could say you paid $100,000 for her. She trots that well. I really like her a lot. I think she's a gold material horse, and the way she's going now, if she keeps going the way she's going, certainly is a gold horse.
Okay, second set. Winsong Chloe, the rock and roll Hanover filly, went through the Standardbird Canada sale for $60,000.
Yeah, she's a very nice filly too. She's a rock and roll filly. She's a sister to Winsong Flu and them at Jasper Avenue. She's a really great family, and that's why I bought her. Little rock and roll Hanovers can be good or bad, and this filly is really good, really good. I mean, today they forgot to put the hobs on there in a hurry, and she went a mile there free-legged, just as lucky as can be. She shows a lot of stuff, good gaited.
All right. Bahama Blue, a Some Beach Somewhere filly, Harrisburg, $42,000.
She's another filly that I really don't know why I got her that cheap the way the Beach was selling last year. She's out of a mare called Isabel Blue Chip, which made over $800,000 or so, and she was a hell of a mare. And this is a first daughter, or maybe second out of her. I think she had a rock and roll Hanover first, maybe. And this is the first Beach, and she's a real nice filly, too.
Okay. And then Dream of Wichita, and I Can Dream, half-sister to a rock and roll dance, only $32,000 in Lexington.
Yeah. She may have been a little bit on the small side when I bought her. Maybe that's what turned some people off, but she's had a great attitude, too. I x-rayed her the other day. Just checking her out, and her growth plates and her hocks and stuff are still wide open on her. So, and I really don't remember her date that she was born, but she's coming on leaps and bounds too. Yeah.
Good. All right, third set. A Rockalypse Now, a rock and roll Hanover, $57,000 at Harrisburg.
Yeah, he's a very good colt too. I mean, he got a sister and made for $750,000, a full sister. Having a little bit of trouble with some pimples in his throat and stuff in Florida, and a lot of allergies and stuff there, and I'm hoping that he'll get better once he's up here a couple of weeks and get cleared up. So other than that, perfect gaited, good attitude, but I am fighting with this throat infection stuff on him.
Okay. And then one you were on, Nothing But Trouble, a Western Terror to Michelle's Revenge, only $15,000 in Lexington.
Yeah, I didn't even look at this colt, and Bob didn't show him to me at the farm or nothing, or at the
Kentuckiana.
Kentuckiana, yeah. And I just caught him in the sale, and I said, gee, that's a brother to Robert's Rage, and Robert's Rage made about $400,000, a 2-year-old, and he unfortunately died when he was 3. It's not a bad colt. Western Terror, he'd only be a half brother of Robert's Rage, but he's good gaited and shows he got some stuff. Same with him. I have a little trouble with throat infections and stuff on him too. But he was pretty. He was a lot. Seemed better today than he was in Florida. So far as that breathing part goes. So.
And the last one we're messing around in the fog with, Santa War, a Santana Blue Chip. Homebred, there's a bit of a story here.
Yeah, Jeff Gillis and Jody raised this colt. She's at a mare called Jack's Place. I trained her at 2. She broke down, and I can't remember if she cracked testimony or cracked a knee or something. Something happened to her that we had to put her up for broodmare. And anyway, Jeff bought her. Jeff and Jody owned part of her, and they kept her. And they raised a foal out of her. I think they maybe had one last year. I can't remember which one it was. I think a filly, but I'm not sure. And this colt here, I trained all winter for them, and at the first part of the winter, Jeff and Jody still owned them. They wanted to sell them, so I bought them
At a discount.
at a discount. And he's a pretty nice colt. I think he's good gaited, and he's got a good attitude. I don't know. He looks like he's going to be all right.
Okay. You've just got back from Florida. What range did you get them down to down there before you left?
I trained them all between 211 and 212 before I left.
And as a group, reasonably happy?
Yeah, there's a couple there that I don't like too much. You didn't watch them go today. There's a couple there that I don't think will be any good.
As Frank O'Reilly says, they might be voted off the island.
Yeah. Like they come to leaps and bounds. They could turn around and start coming and be all right. I haven't quit with them yet. Just there's the ones that I'm a little bit downhearted a little bit about. I just don't know if they're going to be as good as they should be. But we'll give them a little bit more time yet.
Well, listen, thanks for your time, Carl. And again, congratulations on the Hall of Fame.
Thank you very much.
Harold Howe with Carl Jamieson, 2-year-olds in training.